I'm going to show you the full assignments that are going to be on this unit and a schedule and how you should approach this. Now, you keep in mind that this may not be your actual site. There are times through semesters where they will change the days, times, weeks that the assignment will be due, but I'm going to show you how you can keep track on that. So in this particular case, the getting started is going to be in the week 6 agenda. So I'll go ahead and open that up and you'll see all the other things there. But the one that we're interested in is the assignment details for the employment unit. So I'll open that up and here you go. This is the video you're watching. This will be very important to help you keep on track. So for instance, if I open that up, I can also download, save this. I can do many things with it to keep it handy. But you'll see here that it talks about on week 6 what you should do, week 7, week 8, week 9, week 10, and week 11. And again, as I said before, you may have a slightly different schedule that you should follow, but the concept's the same. So I'm going to come back up here and I'll close that. And there's two other things I have here. We have using the Hire the Lion tutorial and the Hire a Lion website. These are important because your initial assignment is a job description, and the job description is required to be submitted, and all other assignments will be based on that. If you do not submit a job description, then everything else you do will either be worth zero or seriously limited, because we want to have some type of basis for what you're trying to do with your resume and your interview, etc. So we'll take a look here. You should look at this, then you should look at this. And the first assignment you have is the job description. And I want you to go through and take one of these assessments, career assessments, and that'll give you a pretty good idea of what your uh, capabilities or your interests are. And so once you do that, you take that inventory, then go to Hire Lion and see that there are particular jobs or internships that would match your current skills. If you don't find anything there that you like, then you can use other sites, employment sites like Indeed and those type of things. Okay, but the big deal is that whatever you select on this, it has to be what you're going to do, base the rest of your assignments on. Okay, so that and then this gives you a little bit of information on that. Now, these are also set up in the way that they come as far as assignment due dates. So the job description assignment is one of the first ones that you'll do. So this will give you an idea of what you need. The next is the skills resume assignment. Now, this one you have to do to build a resume, and here's a tutorial. And then once you look at the tutorial, then you can go through and start building a resume. And so the resume will go through and you'll answer certain questions and put it together, and then it will give you a draft resume. And you will submit that draft resume also on week 8. So that's going to take a little bit of time, so you don't want to wait around until late in the week 8, in this case, to be working on it to get ready to submit it. At the same time, we have the LinkedIn profile. And so this is going to be very similar to building your resume, but you're going to need to build this LinkedIn profile, and that's going to be submitted on the end of week 8. So you're pretty upfront loaded here. And the reason for that is you have to have an idea what your skills are. You have to have an idea of what job or internship would interest you. And then you have to put together a resume and a LinkedIn profile so people can review what your skills and talents are and see if you're a good match for that particular job. And we'll come down here. And then we have the cover letter assignment details, and you'll have the information on that. That's due at the end of week 9. And then you have the reference assignment details. Same thing, it's due at the week 9. The mock interview details. This is one that is due at the end of week 10, but you also need to look at a couple things here and take a couple practice interviews, and this will guide you through what you need to do. This is one that once you do the mock interview, you'll have to be able to record and submit an MP4 file in the assignment link. And so you remember that. And then we have the thank you for an interview detailed assignment, and it'll go through and this will tell you, and that's due at the week 10. The final resume is going to be due at the end of week 11. However, you're going to submit your draft resume to me week 8. You're going to send a copy of your draft resume to Career Services, and they are going to make corrections or suggestions and send it back to you. And if you have suggestions or corrections, you make those, and you have to complete the final resume by Sunday of week 11 in this particular case. Okay. Now, I work closely with Career Services, so if you do not submit the draft resume, you do not get suggestions or corrections, and you submit the final resume, and I do not get notification from Career Services you have worked with them, then that's going to be worth 0. So kind of keep this in mind as you go through. So the best practice is to follow the schedule and submit and do the things on the schedule that's shown there. If you have any questions about this employment unit or any of the assignment details, you may contact me using messages or email myers-d@mssu.edu.